Ooh, it's DJ King.
aka the Pretty Body. And of course, I'm here with my beautiful co-host.
Lead DJ.
Yo, what's good? It's your girl, Coley Rodriguez, the Puerto Rican Pecan. And as my homegirl stated, we are here with B-Hen. And what's good, B-Hen? How you been doing?
Man, I'm great. Blessed. How you all doing today?
We're doing good.
We're doing good. Thank you so much for coming out and being a part of our sneak preview. For you all that haven't figured it out yet, this is our sneak preview. B-Hen is gracing us with his presence. What you doing, all right?
I can't complain at all. Nobody would listen if I did, though.
I'm sure somebody would listen. I don't know what they would do about it, but they might listen.
But I'm glad, man. I appreciate you all inviting me tonight.
Oh, that's what's up. We're so happy you're here, and you know, we just are really excited about the events you got coming up, and we just want to let everybody know what's going on with B-Hen Entertainment. So we appreciate you being here.
Absolutely. Let's before we give the people what you're doing and what you have upcoming, let them get to know you just a little bit. So you were born and raised in Chicago?
Born and raised. I left when I was 18 years old. Yep, born and raised in Chicago. I didn't really leave by choice. I was getting in a little trouble. To be honest, though, the Army saved my life, though. It taught me how to be a man. It helped me build my funds up. And just some of the things I went through, I would never take them back.
And you did it was 10 years in the Army,
yes,
right?
I did 10 years in the Army, yep.
That's what's up. So born and raised in Chicago, you said you left when you was 18, so you lived all your life, like all your impressionable years in Chi-Town.
Yep, I left right after high school. And Chicago's a great place, man. I go back maybe once every 2-3 months, something like that, because all my family still stays in Chicago. So shout out to all my folks out there in Chicago.
That's what's up. Shout out to Chicago. Hope you guys are tuning in.
Absolutely. So you're a Chi-Town boy. Now you're in the Ville. You are pretty active in the community, I take it. Tell us a little bit more about your Boys and Girls Club.
About 2-3 years ago, me and DJ Infamous One got invited to an event that the mayor was at. At the time, it was called Brookhaven. Now it's called You Spiritus. So we got invited to an event where we was able to interact with the kids and go into their homes and where they stay and kind of hear some of their stories. So it made a big impression on me. So right after that, we asked them could we put on a little dance. So they allowed us to put on a dance, Infamous DJ, and I kind of hyped a little bit. Just gave the kids something different to do. Directly after that, we did their first prom, actually.
Oh, okay,
so
that's what's up.
We was able to do their prom. Actually, we just did the last prom last Saturday, me and Infamous, so they had a good time with that. And throughout the years, we were able to, I linked up with, I think they're called Soul Sluggers, where we donated over 120 pair of shoes to those kids, and they was able to give them out too. So that's something I'm very proud of.
That's what's up.
And these weren't just, these was like, I gave away some of my top of the line shoes.
Right.
And some other people did. They was getting Jordans and all kind of stuff. And just to see how appreciative they was of it, I mean, it was a big deal for me.
I bet it sounds like a big deal. So being so that you and Infamous One is a part of this, and you're doing their proms and such, we're assuming that's here in Louisville, right?
Yes, correct. That's off of Papa Level Road, correct.
Okay.
Absolutely, that's what's up.
Right. So you said you left Chicago when you was 18. Is that when you came to Louisville?
No, I left Chicago when I was 18. That's when I went into the military.
Okay.
And I've been everywhere from Korea to Germany to Iraq to you name it. And I
So you have a lot of experience in different cultures.
Life.
Yeah.
Life. I can appreciate life. I can appreciate how people in bigger cities do things versus when I lived in South Carolina, how different the country life is to Korea, where it's a big city, but it's just different things that they do. But everything kind of meshes together at the end.
Right.
Being so that you've been, you're a big city boy, and you've been, experienced the country life of the South or whatnot. What do you prefer?
I like it slowed down a little bit. Chicago's their driving and all that stuff is very hectic. Moving to Louisville was kind of a cross. because Louisville wants to be a big city, so they do certain things like a big city. So it wasn't as slow as being in a more country town, but I prefer it slowed down a little more.
Right, and I like it because of the parking, because half of my family is from the East Coast, and when you go up there, you could drive around all night looking for a parking place and having to eventually park.
If you don't know how to
double
parallel
park, right, exactly, right.
It's going to be a problem.
So I like Louisville for the parking, so we appreciate that.
Shout out to the parking in Louisville.
Okay. No, seriously, because if you've ever visited the East Coast, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and there's
and
nowhere to park.
the highways is ridiculous.
Is
Yes,
that worse
exactly.
than LA? I heard LA's highways was bad.
No, it's nothing like LA and New York.
Yeah.
Chicago's right behind them though. Very close.
That's what's up. So, you've been a promoter for 5 years, right?
Correct.
Okay, so you've had some success. What made you choose being a promoter as a career path?
Well, when I first moved out here to Louisville, I had a nephew, and he liked to go out a lot, and I went out with him a lot. He passed away, and we was trying to think of something to do, so we had a small party for him that turned into a big party. So at the time, it was DJ Z Nice. He DJ'd the party, and I looked at him, and I seen all the people that came to show my nephew love and stuff, and I said, man, I think I want to start throwing parties, because I went to a lot of
And
parties.
so that's when you started wanting to throw parties? Because I was going to add, when did you want to, okay.
That's when I seen how it was, and I seen kind of the behind the scenes and what it took, and I thought I had what it took to start throwing parties. I just didn't know it would take me a couple years to get it off the ground, but it was definitely worth it. The experiences and the things I learned helped me with everything that I do today.
Right.
All right. Well, you got to crawl before you walk, but you lightweight running now, ain't
Yeah,
you?
now you're killing
We,
it.
You know what I'm saying?
we doing all right. We
Yeah.
doing all right. We had a nice run at JT's Variety Club. Shout out to them. They gave me my start, because people don't know, we started out. I used to go there when it was not the JT's that
I've
we
been to
know.
JT's a couple of times.
When it
JT's
was-
gets it cracking out
You
there.
know, I have
When-
never had the pleasure.
It
No,
was-
JT's
it
gets
was-
it cracking on a regular basis.
Back in the day, about 5-6 years ago, it was not the same vibe
Right.
at all. It
Mhm.
was different music, but I liked it because it was good people. It was very good drinks, and it was a chill atmosphere.
Having very good drinks really will draw in the crowd.
It definitely
So for
will.
anyone who wants to know, if you have good drinks, the people will come.
Absolutely.
That should be one of the first security and
good
drinks.
music.
Exactly.
Good music too, because the
Yeah.
music
I
will
mean-
fuck up the vibe real quick.
Yes,
Like
yes.
seriously.
But you get drunk, you forget about all that stuff, though.
Ladies
You
don't.
You know what
I
I'm
don't.
saying? If you just feel yourself a little bit,
Right.
you forget about it.
Right.
So we started off on Sundays, and actually I went to the owner and I said, hey, I want to do Saturdays. This is what all the
Okay.
people was.
Right.
Of course, he said no. He gave me the option to do Sundays, and we started off with like 20-30 people. But the 20-30 people, like in my heart, it was my thing to make sure that these 20-30 people had the time of their life.
Right.
Right.
And that's what we did, which grew into 50, 70. Now we had 200 people on a Saturday
Right.
in this little spot, and they was doing 250 on a Saturday,
Mhm.
and we was doing this on a Sunday.